she said it's slowing down a little bit, but she did a viewing on a property yesterday and closed it this morning. For sale. Sounds good.
I did have to go inside the property this time.
Certainly in the last 6 months, last year as well, but you are seeing a lot more off-market deals.
Yes.
I think that's a trend that's kind of, it used to happen years ago in certain high-end villa communities where people didn't want their neighbours knowing they were selling, so it was like you can't advertise. But you are seeing that now, that some people are saying, look, I am looking to sell, I don't really want to advertise the property, and I think they reach out to people like yourself or agents that are specialists in an area, because they know that they will have the accessibility to potential clients. So they don't want to put it on the market, but they're happy to kind of soft sell it,
Yes. So we have sold a lot of properties that were actually off the market, and especially we are in that office, we get a lot of walk-ins asking for Arabian branches too. I get for Serena as well. So they come to us, they know we have ready buyers for their properties, and they don't even have to list the property. So
I think that whole branch element is something that we're very fortunate with.
Yes.
That mainly takes care of the secondary side of things. But even if we look at Blue Waters, which was our second branch, right?
Lemaire.
But Blue Waters kind of stabilised. There's not a huge growth. The sales are up 10% year on year. Lead generation is up like 1.5%. So there's not a huge difference. But that seems to have organic growth, as it's naturally evolving as a community. And likewise, Lemaire. I can't believe we opened that branch over a year ago.
Yeah, but two different setups though, because if you look at what was going on in Blue Waters last year, again, we did see like the slowdown of the wheel again, so everyone sort of paused, and then we saw another shift with Miras, the developer, initially for, what was the area? Just behind us, Madinat Jumeirah Living. MJL literally took off. You saw a lot more off-plan projects as well coming with City Walk, Lemaire, everything that was happening around Lemaire, the buzz of Lemaire, that there's still a lot of resale still happening. It's not even a fully developed community yet. And then with the J1 Beach aspect of it as well. So I think what a lot of the developers are realising initially, EMA had one thing spot on, like literally, which was master community. And I'm talking about they don't want you to leave the community, to the point where they would build any area that, from what I understand from EMA, any area that they would touch, there would always be a mall, cinema, all the key things for lifestyle. Whereas some other developers initially didn't really see a lot of point doing all of that stuff. So you'd end up leaving your community to go into another community, which is risky, because then you start falling in love with another community. So I think now, again, the most important thing is, from a developer perspective, obviously I don't do off-plan, sold it, don't do it. But I think from a developer perspective, it's like you don't want to lose people. So you need to give people, like what you mentioned, lifestyle. You need to give them everything that they need from the amenities perspective to stay in the community.
I think what's interesting about Lemaire is the fact that, we sold it as off-plan, and obviously we took the office there. So we've kind of taken care of clients' needs all the way around, even including property management. So I think that kind of thing is very interesting. But what interests me more, look, Lemaire I still think is a really undervalued area. There's so much going on in that geographic location, whether it be from Maritime City, whether it be from
Mina Rashid.
Mina Rashid, thank you. And there's just so much going up there. J1 has been a huge success. But what's great to see is where, this is a very much up and coming area. We're 56% up on sales first half of this year versus first half of last year in Lemaire, and there's a large percentage of those are walk-ins again. So that kind of pushes that whole branch element. But what I like more, what I look at and I really analyse and like, is going back to Blue Waters, because Blue Waters had this big surge 2021, 2022, 23 even, and you had a lot of investors, and they were basically just buying the units and trying to flip. Okay, and it got to a stage where there was a cause for concern of stagnation, where there was a lot coming onto the market at any one point. But what's great to see is over the last 12 months, because it's such a great community to live, that actually the end user market has soaked up that demand, and it's carried on the growth again, hence why we're 10-12% up year on year in that community. That's really interesting to see, and I think it'd be interesting to see from an off-plan perspective, communities also that are currently coming online or they're for sale. Like where I live, last night I was walking my dog and I could see Emaar Oasis on the other side of the road. I'm like, oh my God, the villas are starting to be built. That's interesting to see.
Interesting,
Yeah.
Yeah.